Hello everyone, this is going to be the breakdown for a 6-game Sunday slate. First off, this is going to be a very tough slate. A lot of unknowns right now, especially with the Celtics situation. A lot of teams on back-to-backs, Lakers, always just questionable guys everywhere. So, try my best. First game, OKC. GILGEOUS-ALEXANDER, AK. I think he's about price where he should be against Brooklyn, which Brooklyn's not a great defensive team, but OKC's not that great of a team either. They're one of the worst Western Conference teams. SGA should be able to play his regular minutes here. But peripherals wise, he had pretty much an upside game for peripherals last time, so it's tough to see him replicate that. Obviously, he could because this is pretty much his team now, but AK, I feel like there's just other places that I need to prioritize. Everyone else on this team, I think there's priced okay. Like if we really don't have value, which I doubt, if we have to, some of these 3K guys off the bench, they do play some pretty solid minutes, close to the 20s. Because I guess he's trying to let their youth guys get more run, like Poku. Brooklyn, Kevin Durant is probable, so as long as he tests negative again, he'll be good to go. Kyrie's questionable still with a personal issue. Now, I'm going to like KD either way. If Kyrie's out, then KD's just going to be a lock. Like, I'm probably going to have him like in 100% of my lineup because even if this is a blowout, KD's going to have a big role to do that. LeVert, 7,900, he's at a price tag where I don't think you need to play him anymore if Kyrie's still out. With KD back, Caris LeVert just is going to be the second option. And yes, that still means he's going to get a lot of time to himself, but 7,900 now. This is starting to get a little bit expensive. Definitely would still be a great play, but Kyrie and KD, if they were to both be out, but because they're both not supposed to be out, can't really go to LeVert. Jarrett Allen's still great. 6,700. Al Horford is a pretty small center, not a pretty big typical guy. So Jarrett Allen, 6,700, a matchup where he can dominate on the boards. I think I definitely will have some shares of Allen. Everyone else still with Durant back, it just hurts Jeff Green, Taurean Prince, Bruce Brown even. So all these minutes are just going to be tough, specifically the usage. DeAndre Jordan in play 3,900 because Jarrett Allen, if you were to get in foul trouble, DeAndre Jordan's the direct benefit. That's really all they do for center. It's Allen or Jordan. So Jordan 3,900, if he does get 20s in minutes, this is going to be one of the better plays for tournaments. Denver side, they're on a back-to-back. Jokic, he's going to be fine as well. He's just an MVP candidate, really. 11K, it is a little bit expensive now, but still, the Knicks, they're not a good defensive team. Mitchell Robinson, he gets into foul trouble a lot, so I'm really not going to be afraid of that. Jamal Murray, Will Barnes, still going to be in play with MPJ still out. Other guys, like on the bench, it's just not really like that great. Gary Harris, I don't want to chase this good shooting game today against Philly. So it's really going to be the main three guys of Jokic, Murray, and Barnes. JaMychal Green probably going to get some ownership, but I just know this guy's going to cool off sometime. And with every game that goes on, is like this guy, people are probably going to want to play him, but he's just not someone that has massive upside when all these guys are healthy. Knicks side, they're still going to be very short-handed, so I think I'll still take shots on RJ Barrett. Randle 9,500, like he has the upside, so for tournaments, sure. But 9,500, it is really pricey, and we know Randle has, he's going to have one of like a bad game. Like, you look at his game logs, yes, he's had a lot of strong games, but like 38, that's not a bad floor to have, obviously. Like, that's really good, but for 9,500 now, it is getting a little bit pricey. RJ Barrett, same thing. He's like kind of expensive, but because he does play heavy, like probably the most minutes in the league by far right now, he just hasn't shot the ball well. And if you get a game where he shoots well, his profiles are fine. You can see one of these pretty good tournament games. So RJ Barrett for tournaments, I'll have some. But with some of these guys back, like the guards, quickly Rivers, Alfred Payne's minutes just aren't as safe. So for 6,500, he's no longer in the 5Ks. He's not someone I want to go to. Mitchell Robinson, Noel, they have upside. They're guys that do get a lot of defensive stats, so they're in play. But yeah, tough matchup with Jokic. Miami side, they're on a back-to-back. Jimmy Butler has rested a lot of back-to-backs, so keep an eye on this. If Butler's in, then I'm gonna like Butler because 7,300 is way too cheap. Boston's gonna be shorthanded. This is definitely a matchup that you can definitely target now because Boston's not gonna be the same team they are or they have been. If he's out, then yeah, Hero, Dragic, same guys that you would target. Bam, he's a little bit expensive, but if Butler were to be out, I'll look at Bam as well. But Duncan 5100 just too pricey when he's really shot dependent. So yeah, that's it for Miami. Boston side. Okay, now Tatum's doubtful. Brown, pretty much all these guys are questionable, except for obviously the guys who are listed out. So Marcus Smart is probably going to be forced to play like 40 minutes, run a lot of point guard, ball handle. They do have Pritchard and Teague, but Smart should be able to take a lot of threes, a lot of shots. He's someone who isn't afraid to shoot. He's been a much improved three-point shooter. You can no longer sag off of him, and heavy minutes, someone that rebounds well. He's probably going to have to play some small forward and power forward even. So defensive stats, he's known for defense. He can get that. A lot more shot attempts for 7,200. It's a little bit expensive for Marcus Smart, but if Brown and Tatum were to be both out, they just don't have anyone. Smart's going to have to play big minutes. Same with all these guys. So Tice 5,100, he probably plays center. Taco Fall and Tice probably split center minutes. I don't expect them to play alongside each other. So, if you're playing like multiple lineups, make sure you set a group. Pritchard, Teague, I'm going to like them both as well. I think I prefer Teague because he has shooting guard eligibility and he's also $300 cheaper. He's the vet. I would expect both of them to get heavy minutes, probably 30s for both of them. So again, just you have to play some of these Boston guys. Like you look at what happened today for Philly against Denver. Like Denver, they're not a great, like they don't stand out, but Philly, those guys, like all of them are rookies. They still got there because they just play heavy minutes when there's nobody else that can soak up the usage. They're going to get there based on playing time alone. So Pritchard, Teague, depending on the lineup, like Naismith, Edwards, Waters over Edwards because they started Waters one game before when they had some injuries. So it does seem Waters is ahead of Edwards on the depth chart. But pretty much everyone, they're going to have to play big minutes. Even if the game blows out, some of these guys are still going to have to be on the court. So if all these guys who are questionable are indeed out, Boston's going to have like the minimum players needed. So just you got to look to Boston for the value. For the Lakers, again, just questionable dudes every time. LeBron, he always plays 80. Questionable. The report was that he just didn't really feel that great. So that's why they rested him. But it was also a back-to-back. So this time where Lakers aren't going to be on a back-to-back, I would expect 80 to probably give it a go here. And if he does, I prefer 80 over LeBron. Houston's still a team that we can beat up down low. Houston with Christian Wood, he's not like strong enough. He's not big enough. He does get good stats, but 80 is just gonna be able to dominate. He should be able to here. If 80 were to be out, they did start Markieff Morris, so he's still gonna be a value play at 3,700. But he's just strictly he needs to make his shots and he gets like 6 rebounds or something. So he's not gonna be like a core play even if 80 is out. Houston side, everyone is healthy. James Harden is a little bit cheaper than he usually is, so if we do have a lot of value, he's definitely someone I'm going to want because you're just going to be able to get some of these studs, 5-digit price tag guys. So Harden, John Wall, 7,600. He's okay, but Lakers, they are a very tough defense. Like we've seen them shut down some guards. Like Kobe White didn't have that great of a game. So just how tough of a defense Lakers are, and especially if 80 is in, that's just going to make it a lot harder. Spurs side, this is a rematch. This game 1 is OT, so Spurs, we know they sometimes will rest people. We're gonna have to keep an eye on this. Aldridge, someone who's older, maybe he rests, and in that case, we're gonna have to look to Pirtle. Tough match against Cat. Towns was limited in minutes, but I mean he wasn't actually limited because he still got a lot of minutes. He played like 37, so they want to limit him because it was a back-to-back, first game back from injury, and they want to play him both. So I would expect Towns to probably play again, but we don't know because if OT changed that plan or not. But everyone else, I think, if Aldridge, or if someone were to rest, then yeah, DeRozan, Jonte, Lonnie Walker, all of these dudes. So just the team we're gonna have to watch. Minnesota with Towns back, I'm just not gonna be a fan of like pretty much anyone on this team. It's just gonna be Towns if he's able to play. Really, I think if he's able to play like at all, because if he's in, I do like Towns 9,800. Spurs aren't that friendly of a defense. Toronto side, Lowry's gonna be back, so VanVleet, he's gonna be a little bit overpriced. I think Lowry and VanVleet, they're priced right because they play heavy minutes, and this is a really good matchup. But I think Siakam, 7,800, gonna be a little bit better. Draymond Green's a tough, like matchup, but again, I just don't really target like individual matchups. I'm not gonna downgrade Siakam just because of that. Something to watch is the center because they started Alex Lynn last time, but because they didn't get off to a good start, they just played Boucher a lot. Siakam got some backup center minutes. Baines was out of the rotation, so we're gonna have to watch who starts because if Boucher were to start now, I'll have some interest in him. 5,900. He's just someone who has 50-point upside, so I'll look to him. Golden State side, Steph 10.1K. Wiggins is questionable, but he did give it a go last time, so I expect him to play. If Wiggins is out, then Oubre probably minutes are going to be safer. He didn't close last time, but Steve Kerr said that it's more of a feel. Whoever's playing well will close. So Oubre didn't shoot well. That's why I didn't close, but he is cheap where there's certainly a path for him to hit like 8, 9x even at this price tag, especially if Wiggins is out. Draymond 4,900. He's playing bigger minutes now, so we can definitely look to him. But I mean, he's been underwhelming. His rebounds should be higher because Wiseman's not even playing a lot of minutes. Hopefully, he takes more shots, but he has upside. So for the core, I'm going to be looking to this Boston-Miami game. Baller what to play. I'm going to like him. He's just underpriced. And then Boston side, like, I mean, Marcus Smart, he's going to be the number one option then. And then Tice, he looks really good. Teague, so going to have those guys in just for now. And then Kevin Durant, so you just put KD here and then put Tice at center. So that's going to be the core five as of now. Make sure you guys just stay up to date with the news because for a Sunday things usually are wacky, and with how things are right now, it's just going to be pretty absurd. So stay up to date. Follow me on Twitter. I'll always tweet updates when the news comes out. So these are the 5 picks. If you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like before you go. Find my Twitter at ballfuls.com or at ballfuls in the description below, and always comment under the video. You can follow me Twitter, again, DM me, at me, whatever you want. I'm always happy to help. So again, good luck on this slate, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.